Good evening. You're watching Behind the Trend. Short stories, big insights. I'm Melissa. Tonight, we're looking at a story that's shaking up state politics and national immigration debates. Two Pennsylvania Democrats are stepping into the spotlight, joining a push to impeach South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem, while others across the country call for more control over federal immigration enforcement, especially ICE. It's a story about political courage, controversy, and what happens when state leaders decide enough is enough. Let's start with what's happening right now. This week, two Pennsylvania Democrats signed onto a growing impeachment movement aimed at South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. The reason? Allegations that she overstepped her authority and violated ethical standards, all while taking a hard stance on immigration enforcement that's drawn both praise and outrage. The move caught many by surprise, especially because it comes from Democrats in another state. But the timing and the political symbolism couldn't be clearer. Governor Kristi Noem has long been a polarizing figure in American politics, a conservative governor known for her close alignment with former President Donald Trump, her defiance of federal COVID restrictions, and her push to expand state authority on issues like immigration. But the latest controversy started when Noem allegedly instructed her state's law enforcement officers to cooperate directly with ICE in ways that some legal experts say blur or even cross the lines of state and federal power. So, why are Pennsylvania Democrats getting involved in a South Dakota issue? It turns out immigration enforcement isn't just a border state issue anymore. Across the U.S., including Pennsylvania, lawmakers have been grappling with how much power ICE should really have. Two Democratic state representatives, both outspoken on immigrant rights, recently added their names to a symbolic resolution supporting Noem's impeachment. Their message is clear: governors should be held accountable when state policies infringe on civil liberties. Governor Noem's office has fired back. In a statement, her team called the impeachment push a baseless political stunt, insisting that Noem's actions were lawful, necessary, and in defense of national security. They argue that ICE, despite its critics, plays a vital role in keeping dangerous criminals off the streets. But for many, the deeper issue isn't about ICE itself, it's about the precedent. Meanwhile, in Washington, immigration policy remains a political minefield. The Biden administration has faced criticism from both sides, accused of being too strict by progressives and too lenient by conservatives. And now, as the 2026 election cycle gains steam, both parties are seizing on moments like this one to test their messages about power, sovereignty, and safety. Beyond the politics, there's a human story. In small towns across South Dakota and Pennsylvania, immigrant families are watching closely, some with fear, others with hope. For them, this isn't just a debate about government powers, it's about whether they'll feel safe in their communities. And it's not just immigrants who are affected. Police officers, sheriffs, and even small-town mayors are caught in the middle, trying to balance orders from the top with the realities on the ground. Some have even gone public, saying they don't want their departments turned into mini ICE units. In Washington, reaction has been swift. Democratic lawmakers say the impeachment push reflects growing frustration with what they see as governors overstepping their roles. Republican leaders, meanwhile, accuse Democrats of weaponizing impeachment, turning it into a political spectacle rather than a constitutional safeguard. In other words, the Noem impeachment isn't just about South Dakota, it's about the future balance of power in America. If you zoom out, what we're really watching is a power struggle between state leaders and the federal government, one that's been brewing for decades but feels sharper now than ever. Some experts say we're entering an era of state-level rebellion, where national unity could fracture into 50 competing versions of America. Others believe this pushback is healthy, a sign that democracy is alive, messy, and still evolving. Public opinion, as always, is divided. Polls show that while a majority of Americans support fair immigration enforcement, nearly 60% also believe ICE should be more accountable and transparent. That tension reflects a nation still trying to balance compassion with control. As of tonight, the impeachment effort against Governor Noem remains mostly symbolic, but symbolic moments can be powerful.
Pennsylvania's Democratic lawmakers say they'll continue pushing for reform, calling for clearer oversight on ICE cooperation and stronger limits on executive power at the state level. Governor Noem, for her part, has doubled down. In a rally this week, she said she's not backing down and that every state has the right to defend its people. Her words drew loud applause, but also a few uneasy looks.
Maybe this moment is about more than one governor, one policy, or one agency. Maybe it's about how far leaders are willing to go to prove a point, and what happens when politics crosses the line between power and principle. Because in the end, it's not just about who wins the fight, it's about who we become while fighting it. I'm Melissa, and this is Behind the Trend. Short stories, big insights. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay kind, and we'll see you next time.